Hey, yo, what's poppin', gang? All right, man, we are back with another video, man. Chances are, if you're watching this, I'm probably in the sun, probably in the pool somewhere right now, probably eating something crazy, got some good food, some drinks. Me and wifey probably just, yeah, man. Hey, look, man, listen, I appreciate y'all for holding it down while I've been gone, man. Probably not any lives. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a live in while I'm gone, but yeah, man. So I wanted to drop this video. I wanted to do this video specifically because we got this Iceman episode 2, I think, like, was it 2 days ago? 2 days ago today, which is Saturday today. So we got it, I think, on Thursday, I believe it was. And here's the thing, man. I said it in the video that I did. You guys can actually go back and watch that. I applaud the effort. Some people was like, I can't applaud anything that he does or whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, I'm not going to take that from you. I know people have their feelings about it. I applaud the effort in trying to make something thought-provoking, right? What I didn't understand or what I didn't care for was it seemed fake deep. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people said, okay, he's trying to copy Kendrick. I don't necessarily know that, right? I don't know if he's trying to copy Kendrick or whatever. I do see some similarities in shots and way that things are done, but that's reaching, and I'm not willing to reach at this point because I don't have enough information. The whole Pinocchio thing, to me, and I'm saying this in the beginning of the video before we actually react so we can see what they say, but the Pinocchio thing to me is understandable, right? People are saying, oh, his lies are catching up to him. That's kind of a other side view, like a opposition to Drake view. Oh, lies are catching up to him. Other side says, oh, Pinocchio is the embodiment of the lies that are chasing him, and he's trying to run away from these lies. And I can get and understand both sides, but to me, I don't understand the use of Pinocchio in general, right? Like, if you know the story of Pinocchio and how dark that story is, not necessarily the Disney version, but I believe, I'm pretty 99% positive it's a book, and the book version is actually pretty grim. And then also the cartoon version of Pleasure Island and taking boys to the island and turning them into asses and all that. It's just like, it seems like it would be something that anybody that is looking over could say, hey, bro, maybe that imagery is something that we should just stay away from, because one side of the coin is going to take it this way and the other side is going to take it that way. So that's just my piece on it. Like I said, I applaud what he did, trying to make it a little bit more thought-provoking, but it's coming across as fake deep. So shout out to the homie. That was my little monologue. Shout out to the homie Damakowski. I'm gonna hit the sub button over here too. Shout out to the homie Damakowski. Dropped this video. He says he's explaining it. So I want to take a look at it. I want to see what he is going to give us as far as any information, maybe some things that I missed. If you guys haven't done it already, hit the like button on this video. After this video, make sure y'all go check out his video just to hit the like button on it, to subscribe over there. If you guys are new over here, hit that sub button. But let's go ahead and get into Drake's Iceman episode 2 explained. I don't know when I'm going to drop this. I got a feeling it'll probably be sometime next week. But let's get into it.
So last night Drake did another Iceman livestream, the follow-up to the first one that happened around 3 or 4 weeks ago, where he previewed What Did I Miss, with that song being full of potential shots and disses at really the entire industry. The people that switched up on him, UMG, Kendrick, with that song really sounding like Drake was trying to show us he's about to fight back. It was a big statement move, especially as this was the first step of the Iceman album rollout. But now, the second Iceman livestream. Once again on his Instagram, he would announce he's going live at 9 PM, with UK rapper Central C announcing on his Twitter he will be making an appearance in the stream.
But and even with that, I was cool with the appearance. But what we got from it was I guess it was Central C probably did it in a way where he could preview some of his own music too. It just, we had already kind of been previewed the song uh at the show, basically. But I guess if you hadn't seen the show, then you wouldn't have known that it was previewed. But a lot of people saw it. Excuse me, and we saw that he previewed it there, then previewed it again, and then dropped it. So I guess I also want to understand the logic behind not just dropping songs anymore and kind of previewing them during your live stream. I guess you're doubling the views and you're getting paid that way. Maybe that's it. I guess I answered my own question.
Also to probably tell fans that their new single, Which One, would be dropping tonight, previously previewed at Wireless a couple weeks ago. Unlike the first stream, this one will be set in the United Kingdom, presumably shot before or after Drake's 3-day Wireless Festival performance. The stream starts off with an older man saying, "What's going on, man? It's been like 3 weeks since they found your truck. Stuff is empty, no one can find you. You're not picking up, everybody's looking for you, bro. This is gonna be a problem."
What's going on, man? It's been like 3 weeks since they found your truck. Shit is empty. No one can find you. You're not picking up. Everybody's looking for you, bro. This is going to be a problem.
To me, this almost sounds like one of those Batman lines where it's like, "The city needs you, Batman," or "Gotham needs you." I guess almost a narration of what's happened after the beef. Drake's been quote unquote missing, he's been staying quiet, plotting and planning his return, and with the fact the narrator said somebody found his truck and presumably stole from it since it's empty, it could be Drake portraying the fact he's basically being hunted and watched. It would make perfect sense, especially with how this second episode plays out, with the Pinocchio stalker chasing him.
But and this is the thing though, like I don't know if it was intentionally done.
Episode plays out with the Pinocchio.
I don't know if it was made. It kind of seems like it is like intentionally done to be like creepy, but I think it really was off-putting. I think that's the best way to put it. Like it's just off-putting. This look that like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get it, but the way it was done, it really was genuinely creepy. Even the fans were watching and genuinely saying like, "This is weird." Like, I don't know. And I just don't think it landed the way that he wanted to. But back to what he's saying, basically, like, you know, maybe Iceman is his superhero persona. He's coming back to save the day type of thing. If that's his rollout, that's his rollout.
Pinocchio stalker chasing him. The truck being raided may even symbolize Drake being stripped down, left vulnerable, and exposed after the beef. So yeah, that one line feels...
So the truck being raided, being vulnerable, stripped down after the beef, I could see that. My question is still like, what's in the bag, right? Like he's holding this bag. Central C gave him a bag. But that also kind of gives me, if we don't see what's in the bag, it gives me like Pulp Fiction vibes. Like if you guys have ever seen Pulp Fiction, the suitcase has this gold aura. We don't know what it is. Some people think it's what's his name, bro? It's Ving Rhames. I can't think of his name in the movie, but people think it's his soul. But again, like I don't know what's in the bag. He had this bag the whole time, so hopefully we can get
like a throwaway to some people, but I think it perfectly sets the entire mood for the second Iceman episode. I didn't really see a lot of people talk about it on social media, but I think it was a very cool addition. It builds mystery, plays into the whole narrative of betrayal, and raises the tension. And the fact it's delivered by like this older man, I think. He's got like this raspy kind of older voice with a very concerned tone. I don't know, it's like a symbolic voice of reason, worried about what Drake is becoming. So yeah, whether it's about the industry losing track of him, or him losing track of himself, it's clear something is very wrong. We don't know what, but whatever it meant, it was a perfect tone setter for this horror-like short film Drake is about to play us. With it then transitioning to Drake inside of some factory where he's checking out some of the equipment. After this is when we get the first shot of the Pinocchio character / stalker, which was the main talking point of this Iceman episode 2. Drake would then leave the factory and walk down the street, with the Pinocchio character being seen once again, but this time in a bush. This image started making the rounds on Twitter, with fans comparing it to a picture of Kendrick Lamar, wearing a similar red outfit.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah. I don't deny that there is some sort of like connection there, but y'all see what I'm saying? How it's like fake deep. You know what I'm saying? It's like like at this point, bro, we know who you talking about. If that's it, just say who you talking about. Just put a Kendrick carbon copy and put him in a tree, and we could just say, okay, he talking about that. But calling him, using Pinocchio as a face for Kendrick is like, okay, cool. I the thing about it is the liar piece is, I think people can agree that maybe if there are lies, there are lies on both sides. It's not lies on just one side. So I think it's still victim-y in a sense. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think.
While standing in a bush. Some fans are theorizing that this is Drake trying to tell us that all of Kendrick's disses were lies, as of course, Pinocchio is a fictional puppet who dreams of being a real boy. Also having the unfortunate habit of a nose that grows every time he lies, with this really being disguised as many disses in one. Kendrick is a small boy, an industry puppet, a wannabe, and a liar. They want to be the boy, showing a picture of Google saying Pinocchio is a fictional character, a wooden marionette who dreams of becoming a real boy. Now
now I don't know if that's true, but I could definitely see that, maybe, especially since he's saying the industry is trying to take him down, as in UMG, and he was the puppet to do it and he used lies to do it. I can see it. Maybe just do a song that says they're all lies. Do a song about it. Get in the booth.
A lot of people were also laughing at Drake for still dragging the beef in 2025. If this is him trying to keep the beef going by calling Kendrick a liar in the biggest of 2025, I swear to God, it's been like 2 years at this point. Now I see where people are coming from, however, Kendrick reached the peak of his career by dissing Drake, and he's currently touring the entire world whilst playing all of the diss songs. I don't really see the issue. If Kendrick is still using the songs to fuel his career, why can't Drake continue the beef? I see where both sides are coming from. It would probably be best for Drake to move past the dissing. He can just continue dropping his music, dropping his hits, and being recognized worldwide. But at the same time, when the whole industry turned their back on him, it's hard to let that slide. Now some people argued that Pinocchio wasn't just Kendrick but also the media, as they also spread lies around him. We then see shots of the Victoria Baths, located in Manchester, well known for its architecture and preserved historical interiors, often a filming location for various productions. We get shots of Drake and Sench inside the building, with them eventually being spotted together in the stands watching over the pool, where Central C gives him some sort of bag, which is important for later. Now, don't cook me for this one, but some fans on Twitter, I saw them saying that this shot of the pool, where we can see the depth measurements, saying 4.5 feet
deep
and 6 feet, yeah, apparently this was a shot at...
Yeah, I thought that too. I thought that too, but then also 6 feet deep is burying somebody, is what I thought. Maybe, I don't know if anybody thought that, but seeing that it's empty and it says it's 6 feet deep.
Shot of the pool, where we can see the depth measurements, saying 4.5 feet and 6 feet. Yeah, apparently this was a shot at Kendrick being short. Anyways, eventually, which one starts playing whilst a female dancer dances to the song. After the song ends, we see Drake and Sench go their separate ways. We then get a shot of Central C in the locker rooms, putting some headphones and pressing play on his phone, which would then start playing a new unreleased solo song on the livestream. I'm presuming a lot of Americans won't like this, but this song was crazy. Beat was hard and Sench's flow was nuts.
We
then see Drake leave the Victoria Baths towards the Manchester Piccadilly train station through some sort of underground tunnel. But behind him is Pinocchio. Drake turns around and spots him, leading to him running away from him. This could be Drake trying to tell us he's trying to distance himself from all the liars and people that turned on him, basically the entire industry, potentially showing us where he's heading with his career. He performed 3 days at Wireless in London, brought out a lot of UK artists and showed a lot of love to them, saying they are the best lyricists in the world and that nobody...
So is he running away from the industry? in a sense. I mean, I could see it. Like if he literally turned his back on the industry and said, "I'm just gonna go UK now," I could see that. But the trouble is, the UK say we don't want you to come over here and take from us. Like that's not me. So you know what I'm saying? Like I could see if he's if that's an implication that he's running away from the US artists and the US industry as a whole to go over there, then okay, cool. You know,
He can
rock with it.
out-rap them, and now he's dropping a song with Central C. Is Drake going to completely detach himself from the US scene? I wouldn't be surprised. Once
That's
Drake
what I'm saying,
eventually makes
completely.
distance on Pinocchio, he enters an elevator inside the train station, where he previews a beat. At first, I thought it was going to be an actual song since he
too.
speaks at the start of it, but no, it's just the beat. The beat is tough though, potentially a
is.
teaser for the next drop or one of the songs from the album. Since it's such like a dark trap beat, I can definitely see this one being Drake getting some stuff off of his chest. Again, just showing us how Drake is coming on Iceman, not letting anything slide, he's going to war. One of Drake's producers, Fierce, would actually quote tweet a video of the beat, saying, "Y'all ain't ready lol, I promise." Like damn, I don't want to glaze, I'm of course trying to stay neutral, professional, but I'm excited for this one. It would make sense for this beat to be the one for the next single, because so far we've gotten What Did I Miss, which starts off as a gritty, low tempo trap beat, then the beat switches to this floaty ambient beat, which was absolutely incredible, and also now Which One, which is of course more so of a summer dance song. So it's clear Drake's trying to test out different sounds, see what
clearly.
people like, so he can make.
And I think, but that's what I've been saying is like the way he's doing these rollouts is like he's sitting in the car with the aux and just playing songs. I'm like, okay, which one? But then that also lends to that T-Pain aspect of things where he like, bro, just drop the music and just drop it. If they rock with it, they rock with it. Don't tease it all, and it kind of takes the initial reaction out of it when you teasing it first. So now we know what this other song is gonna sound like. And you could be hyping it up, but I'm not really, I don't know Drake to need people to hype it up. I know he just drop it and it's gonna go crazy, right? Because of his fan base. Interested to see what that snippet is gonna say though.
It's clear Drake's trying to test out different sounds, see what people like, so he can make better decisions what to put on his album Iceman. And this beat he just previewed in the elevator would be completely different from what he's given us so far, making it the perfect next track to drop. Also at a show in Birmingham a couple of days ago, he would actually say, "I'm working on my album Iceman, we got a lot to talk about."
So you know I'm working on my album Iceman, we got a lot to talk about, so I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah, clearly a lot to say, stuff he's got on his mind. Definitely stay tuned for that one because he will probably be exposing and responding to a lot of things that happen.
And that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. It's like if you drop the album, niggas is gonna listen because now we just want to see your perspective and see like what you're gonna say about all of the other things. We know your that Kendrick is your opposition, but we got to hear from you now. Right? Niggas is gonna listen anyway.
Drake then walks through the train station, leaves, and the stream ends. At first, it's text that says Iceman and then coming soon with Pinocchio's face. Again, I think this whole Pinocchio thing is a shot at everyone that turned on him and spread lies about him. Really showing us, again, I've said this a lot of times, but he's not letting things go. And Iceman will be an album full of secret messages, disses, and responses at everyone. I mean, even that backpack he was carrying around the whole video, or well...
To me, now I'm starting to think he's carrying the secrets. He's carrying secrets, and he's not letting it go, right? Like Cinch, he gave it to Cinch to hold on to him until he got back, and then Cinch gave it to him, and now he running around holding on to the secret. So if he's saying he got secrets on people, then that's kind of the element of what's in the bag. What are you gonna say, right?
Cinch actually gave it to him once they met at the Victoria Baths. Was that the reason Pinocchio was chasing him around?
To get it
he
back.
wants to take whatever is in his backpack. I feel like Drake wouldn't be carrying a bag if it wasn't some sort of message, you know?
Of course.
Is it some sort of evidence? I don't know man, but I really like this album rollout so far. It's cool to see an artist actually take the time and effort to do an entire rollout like this. Most artists these days just announce the date of the album, the track list, the features and call it a day. Now he of course ended up dropping that song, Which One with Sench, later that night. However, unlike What Did I Miss, this one didn't have any lines that could have been aimed at anyone. Really, it was just a fun summer song.
Yeah.
And even this Iceman livestream, there wasn't as much to talk about and cover, mostly just Pinocchio following him and the elevator beat. Now I know I just said Which One isn't really a diss track, and it's not, but that doesn't mean there aren't a few bars with some deeper meaning. Take this line for example. These guys can't make songs for the galdom, trust me, this is how the single should sound. This feels like Drake throwing light shade. It's nothing too direct, he's not throwing any names or listing a specific example, but he's basically clowning other rappers for not being able to make songs, fun, vibey, summer tracks that everyone can enjoy. And let's be real, this could easily be another jab at Kendrick, because if you remember on Gimme a Hug, Drake said, "Cause if I die, it's these fellas that become the sole beneficiary, and what the F are they gonna do with it? Have the girls up at 29 on stage twerking with a dictionary." That bar was clearly Drake.
And it's just like, bro, like, yeah, like, I get it. You make the dance hits, bro. Like, that's what bro said, bro. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. It's like you just reaffirming what niggas already been saying. Nobody said you can't make the summer hits, nigga. Make the summer hits. Just don't get on here and start rapping like you are that guy. That's it. I think that's the only thing. And I'm over like oh man, Drake hate. Like I'm over it. Like I'm over all of it, bro. Just be real with it. Like he don't write his own raps, nigga. Like make the summer hits, bro.
Taking shots at the lyrical schmirical rappers, basically saying, yeah, your raps are deep and poetic, but nobody's twerking for dictionary. Just poking fun that girls in the clubs won't be able to dance or enjoy the music because the meaning is too deep. And when he says this is how the single should sound, it almost feels like a victory lap. He's reminding everyone that he still owns the lane when it comes to crossover hits, especially the ones that, as I've just said multiple times, connect with the ladies. So yeah, not too many lines, but I feel like these are subtle kind of shots at really everyone, showing how successful he is and how he can cross over into different lanes. Not to glaze too much, but you get the point. Anyways, back to the Iceman 2 stream. I love the cinematography though. The old-fashioned swimming pool with Central C dressed like he's straight out of Peaky Blinders, Pinocchio following him. Really, it felt like a horror movie. I loved it. Loved the subtle messages.
Now, I was confused by the airiness of it. Like, not to say that the shots weren't cool when there's actually something happening, but just the dead air of staring at a wall for 2-3 minutes and then going to another thing and staring at that. Like if you condensed it down, it was like an hour-long stream. It would be like a 5-minute stream.
Apparently the subtle messages at the liars, the betrayers, Kendrick. A lot of people complained that it was boring and a nothing burger, but nah, I thought it was perfect. He can't give us everything at once, just be patient. I'm not sure how many more of these he's going to realistically do. I feel like 3 would be the magic number. Give us 3 teaser singles to get us excited for Iceman and then finally drop the album. Maybe the max I could see him doing is like 5, but I don't know. I feel like he has to drop the album soon, right? So 5.
I think so too.
There was like a 2 or I think it was like a 3 or 4 week.
But here's the problem with dropping. I mean, you dropped the song, right? Like you dropped the Which One song, and it's August is in a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? So you know that song probably needed to drop in June-ish, so it could be the song of the summer, right? Like, but the summer is basically over in a month. You know what I'm saying? So you got to drop the album now. If you know, you got to drop it soon.
Gap between the first stream and the second stream. So if he does one more, it would be towards the end of August. I feel like there will be 3. It would make sense. So let me know you guys' thoughts on the single with Sench. Do you like it? Do you not? Why? I know a lot of people hate when Drake puts on the accent. Me personally though, this is a perfect fun summer song. Summer is kind of ending soon though, but you get the point. And let me know what you guys think of that beat too in the elevator. I think it sounds crazy. I'm so excited for that song. So yeah, probably another 1 or 2 more of these episodes before we get
Yeah, man. So basically, he's saying a lot of the things that I've kind of suspected already, explaining it with, exactly. I think right in the beginning of the video, I kind of said a lot of those things, but you know, he seems to be a little bit more of a fan, which is totally fine. That's not a problem at all. Like, you can be a fan of Drake for sure. So I think his view of it is a little bit more excitement, where for me it was a little bit more confusion. Now, that one song that he was dropping in the elevator, I was like, okay, Drake, you better rap then. And he didn't rap, so he just teased it. So I think that's gonna be the one that kind of gives a little bit more insight into what the narrative of the album is going to be, right? So I can't say it was a total dud. I do think that a lot of the imagery in it was just a little confusing, especially because it's just not what he does. So if he was known for doing that kind of like artsy, you know what I'm saying, introspective, Easter egg. He's not known for doing that kind of stuff. So it's like, it was just a little confusing. But let me know what y'all thought about it in the comments. And if you think that this breakdown was spot on or way off. I love y'all so much, man. I will see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.